All right. I want to talk to the guys out there. I know all of us experience this male ego or this voice, overwhelming voice inside of us that wants to do things very hardly, right? Uh, that voice sort of tells us to go hard at everything. If it's in the gym, if it's during studies, if it's during if you're running or whatever your work is, whatever you're doing, it just wants to go hard at it. And there's no problem, in going hard at it. It's just that you have to balance it, right? There's also a voice that most of us ignore, which is trying to sort of save us from that male voice. But what I'm trying to say here is that that second voice is actually trying to channelize the energy from that male voice. Now, what does this actually mean? Okay, imagine it like this: your masculine self has a lot of energy, has a lot of drive, has a lot of intent, right? Your feminine self, the other voice that tells you, is basically telling you where to put that energy, and sometimes it is boring as sometimes it tells you to do these things that might appear bitchy to you, to your male self, right? For example, your male self wants to lift heavy in the gym, the heaviest weight possible, right? But your feminine side, your nurturing side, tells you to wait, hold on a minute. We need to warm up before we lift. We need to build up to a particular weight, right? We should stretch after we do a heavy exercise or after a workout so that we recover properly, right? But to the male ego, it feels very bitchy. You don't want to do it, and this is beyond working out, right? This flows into every aspect of your life. What I'm trying to say is that the feminine side inside of you is meant to channelize the energy that your male side or your masculine side produces, right? Because so much of energy, so much of pure energy is often scattered, right? The feminine side comes in and sort of gives it direction, right? And for example, if your goal is working out, just to take an example, if your goal is working out, the masculine side of it can be, to lift heavy, go hard at every session, at every set you do, right? The feminine side of it is that you sleep properly, you uh, eat properly, you recover as you should, right? So that you can have this steady amount of growth while you lift and while you work out. But sometimes with the male ego, it seems bitchy, while actually it isn't really bitchy. It's actually how you really, really progress. And I was thinking about this concept lately, and I realized that actually a lot of us, a lot of guys, are not really, no one really tells us to be in touch with what we feel, right? And maybe that's why we forget how to really hear what's going on here and how to really respond to the thoughts over here. But once you actually start listening to what's going on here, and then you sort of try to decipher the meanings of whatever that comes here, you sort of start to make sense out of it. And as you slowly build up to making some sense out of it, and you try to relate it with the things you have done in the past and what you're trying to achieve, in the process of that you may find some meaning, right? And that is what I'm trying to share. I'm trying to tell you that whatever your goal is, your masculine self will have the energy and your feminine self will have the direction. And by the way, if you have experienced this tug of war between your masculine side and feminine side, well, you're not alone. It has been talked about in history. It's been in the yin and yang, it's been in Shiva and Shakti. And for the science nerds out there, it's also, so the limbic system is your male voice, the prefrontal cortex is your feminine voice. So it's often the debate between these two sections of your brain when there's a decision to be made. I'm just saying, just listen to it. Just listen to your feminine voice because it is emotionally powerful, it is strong, and once you start listening to it, you'll realize that you are actually emotionally strong as well. It's just that you have neglected that part of your brain for like so long because society was like, oh, you're a guy, be strong, right? So I'm just saying that listen to it. You'll find meaning, you'll know how time works, and your male drive will thank you because it finally has direction. It does not want to go out, do different things, it wants to stick to one thing, find meaning into it, go deeper into it. And I guess that is the beauty of these two energies that all of us have. I can't speak much for the females out here because I'm not one. I'm clearly not one. But for the guys, it's beautiful when you realize that these two energies work together for your goals. And you need to balance it out for you. Right? And oh, by the way, if I haven't said it already, your masculine self will catch you being bitchy, and the feminine self will catch your masculine self, when it goes a bit over. So, I hope this resonates with you. I hope you start listening to what your feminine side says if you weren't already. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you in the next one.